It's me, Steve. Have you seen Blue, my puppy? Oh, come on in.
Hi, Don Ron Milford here to look into a life of what Blue's been up to lately. We haven't heard from the famed cartoon character in quite some time, and now we're trying to check to see what his daily life's like. Why did I want to interview Blue? Easy. He's a hell of a guy. I want the world to see who that guy is that I know deep down. You see, me and Blue go way back. We met each other. We were both following Van Halen in the early 2000s. Back before he was clean, before Magenta was still in his life. We hit it off like two peas in a pod. He said, "Yo, Don, you got a straw I can snort the smack out of?" And I said, "Yo, here's a straw." That started the beautiful path of our friendship. But I never knew Blue would get this bad, man. Talked to Steve, but I haven't talked to Blue. Let's see. Is he home? Blue? Where's Blue? What do you mean he's not here? We got an interview.
I don't know, he was just at the table. He just disappeared.
Man, I know where he's at. Sometimes when I lay in bed at night, I can't sleep because I'm afraid I'm going to wake up the next day and get that call that he's not here anymore. Oh God, we might need to call 911. Blue! Blue! He's not responding right now. He's breathing. He's just really messed up. All right, guys, get him some coffee and water. We got to get him up for this interview. I got Tony the Tiger at 5. Let's go. I just remember, we were in the hills at an after party for one of the last episodes for Blue's Clues. Everyone was there. Jobs, Seth Rogen, Michael Cera. Hell, Oprah Winfrey was even in the back doing bong hits. I walked in the bathroom, and what I saw shocked me. Blue was sitting there with a syringe. I don't know what he was doing, but we had one rule. One rule. Snort, never inject. And he was already onto the injection pattern. So, I wanted to do this interview so that people could still see there's a little light left inside of him before he maybe leaves us. Things started to take a turn for the worse when me, Blue, and Magenta all decided to go back in my apartment in LA and do a hippie flip. What's a hippie flip? I'll tell you. It's when you combine two of the most delicious drugs on earth, psilocybin mushrooms and ecstasy. And there was something in that ecstasy that made me see Magenta in a whole new way that night. We haven't talked since. And when my studio offered me this interview, I couldn't say no, as an opportunity to maybe reconnect with my old friend. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how he's going to take the questions, if we might get into it, but my goal is for the people of the world to see the real Blue. So, Blue, what the hell you been up to, man?
What do you want to know?
I mean, what everyone's been wanting to know. You've been gone the last 10 years.
15 years.
All right.
I've been gone 15 years. That show's been off the air. Or was it 20? I don't. Nothing straight anymore. Neither am I.
So tell me, Blue, how did things end with PBS? I hear mixed answers from Steve, Josh, and
Steve's a lying, cold asshole who left me behind.
Well,
he wanted to go and do better things. He said, no, I'm too good for this show. Look where he's at now.
It must have been really hard for you.
It was. That hack Joe on the show. Fuck him.
I know, man. How are they going to replace your best friend like that? And there was one point where you're the hottest cartoon on TV. What happened to that, huh?
Everything was going fine when it was me and Steve. The kids were laughing, the panties were dropping, not the kids' panties, and the money was flowing in. It was a wild, wild dream. And the network's like, oh, we need more clues to be found. And I'm like, I can only find them so fast. And then they brought in this dimension with a pot of gold coins. It wasn't even gold coins, it was just chocolate in the coins, wrapped in gold foil.
That's terrible.
It's like trying to find the D.B. Cooper treasure. It's not real. Except we found this treasure and we knew it wasn't real. At least D.B. Cooper's treasure's just lost. But I became lost after a while. When Steve left, my best friend, he didn't want anything.
It's a lot of pressure to go through for one blue dog.
He didn't want anything to do with me anymore, or the network. They just wrote it off as he went to college. He didn't even finish 5th grade.
We all know that 30-year-old wasn't going to college.
He wasn't going to college, so he decided to start some stupid rock band that was only about pizza. Where's that Macaulay Culkin? They're both kind of just degenerates now.
Hey, don't bring Macaulay into this.
Although Macaulay Culkin has cleaned his shit up.
He hasn't done anything to you, Blue, and you haven't done anything to him yet. Remember that.
Was that sexual? I don't know if that was sexual or not.
What do I think about Steve? I mean, Steve was a good guy for a while. But he's a snake. He sold out. He sold out Blue, Magenta, Mailbox, all those guys to go live his rock star dream. And I haven't heard from the guy since. Really kind of sucks how he left, and then fucking jabroni Josh comes in and ruins the whole show. Man, that was not a good time. Blue and Josh were always arguing on set. I mean, Josh is like, I need you to be more informative for the audience, and Blue's like, it's a fucking kid's show. It never stopped. I mean, there was one day I had to separate both of them because Blue was running at him with an ice pick and threatening to take out his legs. And Josh had his stilettos on. Yeah, that's another topic for a different time. Josh liked to wear stilettos when we were rolling. But he was going to threaten to curb stomp him with stilettos. And no one was doing anything, so I had to jump in. And that's how I got this scar here on my cheek. I know you can't see it right now, but it's there. It's there. So, yeah, man. I just don't know what happened. It's like Steve was the glue. He was the glue of that show. Him and Blue, they worked together. They had great chemistry. You can't just replace that with some thicker dude in an orange sweater. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I think at that point, the pressure was too much for Blue, and that's when he started to really use. It's just a shame. He couldn't work. It got to the point where he couldn't work with anyone on set. I mean, God.
It's Joe.
Joe. Who's Joe?
It's not Josh, it's Joe.
Oh. Well, that's how forgettable that guy was. What a stupid fucking name, Joe. You can't be Steve and then go to Joe. He looks like if Steve decided to turn himself into Joe.
Her spiral started way before mine did. The view of stardom that she had in her eyes, it blinded her, man. It just blinded her.
And now Magenta won't even look at you anymore?
Magenta's dead.
What happened? What? Wait, what?
Magenta's been dead for 6 years.
Oh, how's Magenta doing? Wouldn't know. I haven't talked to her in a while. All I do know is I miss those sweet, sweet pink fluffy ears. Yeah,
This
this is the one thing,
Was she just a fling?
I mean, you can call it that, but this is the biggest reason why I'm afraid to talk to Blue. Because we haven't talked since that night.
You still care about her? Or is she just kind of a past thought?
That's a heavy question, man. I guess I'd be a liar if I said she was still a past thought. But Blue would kill me. I mean, he held a gun to me that night, so if he found out I was still pursuing, I mean, I probably wouldn't be here. I mean, look what happened to Oscar the Grouch. You haven't heard from that dude in years. He's buried in a hole. What happened to our poor dear Magenta, Blue?
She saw the stars in her eyes. You could see him too. She got lost. She met a dude named Craig.
It's always named Craig, isn't it?
Fuck Craig, any Craig in the world. Craig and Joe's.
Mm.
They don't know what they're doing. They're just bad news. But this Craig got her on some crank. Craig sold crank for a living. And that Craig cranked her up. She
was hooked.
She turned into a loose cannon. She would show up to the shows high. Hours just spending on her shots and her lines she couldn't remember. Eventually she'd pass out or OD and she'd have to throw up all over the set. Who knew in that big red lazy chair that we'd have to replace? There was at least 50 of them we had to do. 50 different versions of that chair. I have one in the basement. It just has her puke on it.
It must have been hard for you, especially knowing that you could relate to what she's going through.
I never really got that bad, how she was at the time.
Oh, really?
I wasn't that bad. I was just doing cocaine and weed. Which really, that's kind of the lifeblood of Hollywood anyway. That and a bunch of other things, but that's the base.
What are these other things, Blue? Is there something you're not telling us?
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, she started just not showing up. But I was having a good time myself. But I loved her, goddammit. She was my life. But she was on a destructive path that I didn't want to take. Because now I see myself on that very path now that she's gone. That's why she was the light of my life, and now that that light is snuffed out, I'm just sniffing.
Do you think it was maybe the mailbox incidents that set Magenta off?
That started off as a prank and a dare to jizz in the mailbox.
Yeah, but you really seem to enjoy it, Blue.
It was like doing cocaine for the first time. I did cocaine on a dare. And now I really love cocaine. But there's nothing more satisfying than giving a mailbox a letter and someone's gonna receive it 2 days from now.
They got a good old. They got themselves a clue there, didn't they? They got a raging clue.
And they skidooed right after that.
Hmm.
A lot of people skidooed on that show after I started losing it myself.
So, Blue, part of the reason I met you here today is so that I can apologize.
For what?
That night, you, me, Magenta, hippie flipping. I know you know what I'm talking about, Blue.
Look. That was wrong.
I know, man.
You know I had feelings for her.
I know, she was your girl, and something about the ecstasy and mushrooms, I just lost track of time and reality.
It's cold. And disgusting. It's cold and disgusting. Because one, you're a human, and she's a dog. Kind of.
Well, you of all people would understand. When you're riding the soul train, everyone looks the same.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
So,
Can't argue with that.
let's bury the hatchet, Blue. What do you say? Do you forgive me?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Is he a girl or a guy? Shit, man. Blue's blue. That's all I know. His gender has been a controversy for quite some time. No, I always thought during the show, I always thought Blue was a guy. I mean, his whole demeanor, everything. Like, I never got a good look at the guy, so I just assumed he was a guy. Does that feel better?
Thank you.
Now, from what I understand, you've lost mobility of your arms due to all the drugs you've been slamming in your veins.
Yeah, the doc said years ago that I woke up and I tried to roll over and piss off the bed, and I could only move my head and my arms, that's it. I didn't know what to do, so I just ended up pissing on myself and dealing with the paralyzation later.
Blue, blue, blue.
Now I have Nurse Daniel here to take care of me.
Now, what else does Nurse Daniel do for you on a daily basis?
Pretty much everything that I would do if it wasn't for these legs.
Including your recreational activities?
Yeah, he does all those. He sets up the line. He gives me the shots. He puts the syringe in there. Really, he does more of the tying.
I'm sorry, this doesn't sound like a nurse, Blue. This sounds like...
It's a Hollywood nurse.
Oh. I gotta get me one of those.
You really should. You really should. A Hollywood nurse is the tits.
So, Blue, I'm gonna bring up something a little controversial that's been hitting the news recently. You want to tell me a little bit about the hashtag #HeBlewMeToo movement? It's okay, Blue. Take your time.
Weinstein got hit hard with this whole Me Too movement. Weinstein was a piece of shit. And then after the whole Weinstein thing, everyone got hit with this wave of sexual allegations.
But
all these dogs, all these bitches, same thing by the way, have been coming up on the internet and speaking out about what I had done to them. I didn't do shit. Do you know how hard it is to hump people's legs when your legs don't even work? Cocaine is awesome. It is and was, but at the time it was the best thing in the planet.
So would you consider a lot of your problems are because of your cocaine use?
No. Maybe.
Well, a TMZ report would tell me differently.
Oh please, TMZ still thinks Heath Ledger's alive.
Well,
they caught him cheating on his girlfriend. How can a grave cheat on his girlfriend?
I can't help but notice your appearance has changed a bit over the past 15 years. I see you got some ink, as some would say.
Do I not look like a rock star?
You look like something.
Look at that.
Care to tell me the thought process behind all these tattoos?
Where's my arm tattoo? I can't see it. I really can't even look down at my own arms. My face is so fucking fat.
Oh.
I don't know what this is. I really don't know. Help.
Come on, Blue. Don't beat yourself.
Daniel! What is this tattoo?
Nurse, he's needing more coke. He gets antsy like this.
I don't know what this tattoo is. I got this falcon though. Falcons on chests are amazing. Except for that. The only chest tattoo is fucking stupid is Adam Levine that says California. Like, yeah, we know one of the 50 states, bitch.
You got some jealousy in your voice, Blue. You wish you could maybe switch parts with Adam Levine?
Who wouldn't want to switch parts with Adam Levine? I don't even have any parts and I'd switch them with him.
Oh, very clever, Blue. Very fucking clever.
Well, that seems hostile. You're in my house.
Well,
Daniel!
It seemed hostile when I arrived for this interview and you were strung out on the hood of a car.
Hey! You weren't here last night.
Come on, Blue. You and me go way
What
back.
is this, a police interrogation? What is this? I thought you were...
This is an intervention, Blue! For all the wrong you've done over the last 15 years.
If this is an intervention, where's all my friends? Where? It's just you and Daniel. And Daniel's paid to be here.
That's right.
And you're trying to write an expose. Oh, I get it now.
That's right, Blue. They're all gone. That's the intervention. Everyone that once cared about you, everyone that's now tired of crying over you, they're gone. They can't sit there and watch you slam crocodile into your veins night by night and wake up with lines in the morning. So, Blue, are you going to do anything to change? Anything whatsoever? This is your last second chance. Or Or are you just gonna keep on riding in that sweet, sweet convertible with the devil until he buries you in the ground?
For real, what is this tattoo? I can't see it.
It's flames blue.
It's flames, Blue!
Flames!
It's flames.
That's,
It looks like grass.
It's a blue flame.
that's fucking gay. Why would I get flames on my arm?
I don't know.
Blue flames, though. The hottest of fire.
That's right.
I'm scorching. Daniel, can you please get this string off my fucking arm? Hey, I did heroin like 8 hours ago. I don't need this shit on anymore.
Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, God.
So, Blue,
I'd say my arm was turning blue, but I'm fucking all blue, aren't I?
you're always full of the jokes, aren't you? Full of the jokes and full of sin. So, Blue, tell me, what's next for you? Is there a bright end to this dark tunnel you've chose to travel through?
The last light of my life was Magenta until she died. After that, I'm just waiting for the sweet embrace of death to consume my soul. So, until that happens, I'm just gonna keep chasing that dragon until it's over. I got pretty close.
But Blue, you're a 31-year-old blue dog. There's plenty of life left for you.
I'm really like 15 years over my lifespan. I can't believe I'm still fucking alive.
That's why people in the medical journal call you a miracle. And the fact that you live the way you do, it doesn't make sense, quite frankly, why you're alive. You know how many young kids that are sick, how many of their families you've pissed off because you take this life for granted, Blue?
Oh, those kids don't even remember me. Those kids have kids now. They're just like, oh, remember that Blue's Clues show? Where's he at? Oh, I don't know.
And you know why they won't
Gone.
show their kids the adorable Blue cartoon that they loved as a kid?
Because it's off the air. And it has been for 15 years.
Don't get smart with me, Blue. I'm asking the questions. Even though that wasn't a question that you just asked me. But
Is he on drugs? Daniel? I don't know what he's on.
now I heard there was a short period where you were into bath salts for a while.
Oh yeah, do you remember the man from Florida when everyone thought zombies was going to happen in 2011?
Yes?
That was me and Jeeves.
You son of a bitch.
Jeeves was the one caught Jeeves was the one caught on tape out there running around. I was still stuck in the house since, my legs,
They don't work.
they don't work as like they used to. So I was just kind of immobile. That's why they never found me until after. And I wasn't even that bad then.
So, Blue, tell me, what's the craziest night you've had in the last month or two?
I think when I got so high off heroin that I ended up switching dimensions for at least 60 times in an hour.
You switched dimensions. You went 2D. You went back to 2D.
I went to 2D, I went to 3D, and then back to 2D, and then back to 3D, and then back to 2D, and then back to 3D. But just over and over for like an hour. It's like every 5 minutes I was switching.
You look like someone did a pap smear on your face with monkey shit. I mean, Blue. Come on, man. You gotta wake up at some point. You can't just be hanging out with your old edgy interviewer, Don Ron Milford, doing lines of coke and slamming drugs all night. We both gotta put this life behind us, Blue, but you need it more.
Have you put the life behind you, Don? At least I know who I am.
I thought I was asking the questions.
I know who I am. I don't have long to live, Don. I don't want these harsh words to be in between us as the last thing.
Whoa. Let's back up, Blue. What do you mean you don't have long to live? What's going on?
I can't be sober, Don. I need drugs to live.
We know that, but...
No, like legit, like medically, physically. If I don't do cocaine at least twice an hour, my heart will slow and stop.
Blue... Shit, man.
This life will end when I stop cocaine. And guess what? Daniel just told me we ran out of cocaine. All we have left is the heroin I can use on my way out.
You know I don't touch that doggy food. No puns intended, Blue.
I'm not asking you to join me. I'm just telling you. You're a good guy, Don. You're a hell kind of an interviewer.
Hell of an interviewer.
Kind of.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I needed it. You know Rachel and the kids left, right?
Right, because this documentary's about you. That's right. Yeah, this is called Blue's Clues, the documentary. The Don story.
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
Is the Don
I
and
was
Kid
talking
story.
to a friend. Fine, let's get all professional where we were. Fine, Blue. I've asked you all the questions I wanted to, but let's just keep rolling off all the shit I already know. Are you gonna start doing drugs? No. Are you gonna look to clean your act up? No. What else?
If I do, I die, bitch!
Well, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad.
I wanted to mend our friendship right now, before my timely demise.
Guess what, Blue? I'm a ticking time bomb myself.
Once again, Blue's Clues, the Don story.
Sometimes...
Daniel, where's my goddamn vodka? Put it in my prescription cup
Daniel!
and give me a pill of Pamprin. I'm cramping like crazy right now. Fuck's sakes! Holy fuck, Daniel, the whole thing. I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic, and I'm like, damn, that's too much. Alright, let's go. Yeah.
What are we gonna do with you once you're gone? Which is clearly soon. We gotta figure something out for your kids.
I have kids?
Yes, Blue, you have kids. I didn't tell you, but
What color are they?
one's blue, the other is blue, and the third one is also blue.
Oh, thank God. At least they're not white. Jesus.
Clear as day.
Let's do some lines. Let's do some lines real quick.
Alright, Blue.
Don, do
Have
some
it
lines
your
real
way.
quick.
This interview's taking a 180. Let's do it, baby. Let's coke up. I'll get the scratch. You get the straw ready, Blue.
I don't think you know that I kind of don't have use.
It's okay.
I don't have use of my arms.
Alright, Blue.
Or at least the mobility of them.
Well, make a wish. Here comes the Coke Fairy.
Oh.
Get in here. Oh, shit! What is that, Colombian?
No, it's iodized.
Oh, my God. Alright. Blue, I gotta say, I like the way you think. Well, the way you don't think, might I add.
I like that we didn't use a credit card this. We just said, fuck it, put it on the table. We're just like, nah.
Let's make one giant one
One giant line.
and ride into the sunset.
This is taking a weird ass turn for an interview.
Yeah, well,
My stuffing's about to
something
fall
that the
out.
media doesn't know.
Isn't this on camera? Wait.
Don Ron Milford loves angel dust. I know this might not be... Do you have any angel dust, Blue?
I'm sure I got some here under the tiles or in the cupboards. I don't even know at this point.
You gonna hit that?